Yeah. But yeah, I want to go to our next story because I really want to focus on our niche, which is like the fresh graduates, and kind of any advice or I think that's why we're interviewing people now, right? Don't you reckon? Is that why we're doing that, Kev?
For what?
For the fresh
For clout?
graduates. No, because I find it interesting seeing people's transition from high school into where they are now, and like any advice that they could.
A lot of people change, but
Yeah, yeah.
a lot of us have stayed the exact same, I want to say.
Yeah. I feel in a way I've stayed. You've changed a lot, I would say.
Yeah, I've gotten pretty
You've gotten
sexy.
yes, you have. And you've gotten a lot
Kinda
more
camera.
you've gotten a lot more chill. You were so like angry before.
I was passionate about my work. Passionate.
But one thing I would advise people that graduate is to travel. Cuz it opens your mind to what's out there, and because you've been bubbled into this environment for 12 years, and especially our school, it was a Christian school. Man, like the first Muslim I met was in university. I didn't know, and like like I didn't know anything about their culture, and it was awesome like learning about it. But because you were so bubbled, I was like, what are you guys fasting for so long? What is Ramadan? And it was I was so curious, but that's why I would advise to travel.
I feel like from every biography I've ever read, maybe 70% of them have all traveled in their 20s.
I agree. That's actually a good thought because yeah, like I think when you're younger, your mind is more capable to what's the word?
To take in?
Is indulge the right word?
Yeah, let's go with indulge.
Yeah, everything around you, and when you're inspired by different environments, it's good. And so that brings me to my next segue. Me and this guy, when did we go? We went to.
We didn't travel straight out of high school. We traveled, I want to say, 2 or 3 years after high school.
When we made money, that's
went to
Singapore. Singapore. Put the Crazy Rich Asians playback thing. So what I'm curious because I went to Singapore the year before we went, and I remember telling you, Kev, we have to go to this place. Like this is the best, one of the best countries in the world. And so what pushed you over to coming with me?
Well, I really wanted to go to Thailand first of all, but we.
You know how many minutes I cut out of that last episode?
Oh, I thought it was just the end of it. Oh, I kept quite a few things in there.
Jeez, come on, make my edit more easier, man.
I'm just saying I wanted to go to Thailand, but we decided to go to Singapore because...
Why did you want to go to Singapore?
Because Singapore looked freaking beautiful.
Yeah.
And the food looked amazing.
And we were so blessed because we went right before COVID.
We went December 2019, and then COVID hit Feb of 2020.
No, not 2 years. We went quite late, 4 years.
Oh, 4 years. Wow,
Yeah.
we were really bubbled up.
Bad. But yeah, I would advise anyone to travel as soon as you can. Don't worry about saving up because
Yeah, stuff it.
you make enough money when you're older. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't get too caught up in that, but travel, man. What were your favorite memories in Singapore?
You know why Singapore was so good? Because for both of us, I think it was our first time where we didn't have parents around us for 2 weeks. Yep. And we were just free to do whatever we want, whenever we want, however we want, and with whoever we want.
And ate whatever we want.
And yes.
Drank whatever we want, keep it PG.
Like just apple juice and orange juice.
And orange juice.
And whenever we wanted.
Sometimes sugarcane juice, which is shout out to Singapore.
Durian smoothies.
Yeah, it was a good time, and I'm so glad we went on that. But just a bit of context for the listeners. We were so broke, our room did not have a window.
Our room had no window.
What did we trade? What did we trade for the no window?
Breakfast?
Yeah, we had breakfast every day. Unlimited breakfast.
We also only had one bed.
That's fine with
One
me.
queen size bed, and we had to share that.
Yeah.
And we worked out a few differences we had in our sleeping
100%.
styles, our
100%.
morning routine, a bunch of other
I
things.
think right after
Like we were married.
right after Singapore, I got really sick of you. I'm gonna be honest, and we fought a lot at Singapore as well.
Okay, it wasn't a lot. I remember one instance, but not heaps.
But I got really pissed off at you because I don't really remember the situation, but Kevin's energy at 5 a.m. in the morning or 6 a.m. in the morning, I can't sometimes take it, and he was a little bit too much. But I would say because of that, I would say we got so much more closer. But Singapore was amazing. Like, just all the, I think it is that. Sorry, I'm kind of going all over the place, but because we were so bubbled in by our parents, both of our parents are quite strict, and all of our mates were kind of like running loose, doing whatever they want because their parents were chill with it, but I think our parents are a bit more conservative. And so when they finally let us, and I was surprised my parents let me go to Singapore. Like, wow, okay. But they knew it was because it was with you. And that was when your first YouTube video went up as well, wasn't it?
I started my YouTube a bit before that.
Yeah.
But it was one of my YouTube videos.
That was awesome.
Let's not go there.
Why is that?
Well.
It's hard vlogging. But yeah, what was your favorite place in Singapore? Don't say that one. Keep it good.
Well, we went to. You know what was honestly low-key really good? That aquarium we went to.
Yeah, and we were about to not go to it as well.
And then we saw that massive 100-meter tank with all those sharks and stingrays and stuff. And rest in peace, Steve Owen. But
rest in peace, Steve Owen. You are
an inspiration,
a national hero. Yep. And
I used to have a crush on your daughter.
Really, Bindi?
Yeah.
I mean, she's of age now.
What? Hey, whoa. Don't put me in this. Don't dig this hole for me.
So the aquarium was your favorite?
It was one of... I honestly don't remember that much. It's been 4 years now.
Yeah. I mean, I went there again this year. Earlier in the year.
No, you know what my favorite memory was? Orchard Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Orchid.
Now that we...
It was Orchid
Oh,
Street.
Orchid?
Yeah. Because that street, if you guys don't know, let's put up a photo. But basically, it's this one street that had every single thing you could possibly think of, as in brands, necessities, entertainment, food, everything. And it was like a big Disneyland, but just this one street. And I remember I told Kev, let's go around Christmas, because that was when like all the lights would be going up, and then we got all the crazy sales. That was a good time. My favorite memory of Singapore was the bookstore, in all honesty. There was this one bookstore, I don't know, I think it was you that found it.
Yeah, I found it because we separated for a little bit, probably because we got sick of each other.
Maybe.
Well, we did some exploring.
Oh, and that's the thing what I loved with doing with Kev. Man, me and this guy, we walked, I reckon 20,000 steps minimum every single day in Singapore, because everything is so accessible, and plus we just love to walk around.
It felt like we were escaping from North Korea. That's how much we walked every day.
Why do you have to bring it's such a wholesome talk. But anyways, yeah, this bookstore, it's one level. I forgot the name of it.
It's Kinyo.
Yeah, that one. I love Kinyo because it's first the biggest bookstore I've ever seen. Second, it has all the architecture books I've like ever needed, because most bookstores, they don't actually have an architecture section, or it's not that big. But
Australian bookstores are one plot of land.
Yeah, it's so tiny.
This bookstore was, no exaggeration, maybe 20 plots of one bookstore here.
And you can just get lost in reading. And yeah, that was fun, man. I miss Singapore. Where's the next place? I think we've asked this, but let's say me and you. Where's the next place we could realistically go? And then, you know what, for you guys, we're going to do a podcast at that place. Imagine wherever we go.
If I could throw a dart and place it exactly where I wanted to go.
Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, I want to go to Iraq. No, but it would be Japan.
Japan. I feel like we won't like Japan,
Why
in all
not?
honesty. I reckon it would be so cramped. I reckon, look, man, no haters out there. I personally want to visit Japan, but I feel like it's a tad bit overrated.
Oh, look, we've never been, so I'm not going to say anything.
That's true.
on that,
I've never been either.
but every person I've heard that goes to Japan loves
They
it.
loved it.
So I want to love it too.
Where would we do the podcast? In those like shuttle, you know those beds that like, it's like literally like this big.
Yeah, because we'd be the tallest people there.
Not
So-
me. I'd be average height.
So it'd be like, hey, konnichiwa, we're doing a podcast from this cat cafe.
Oh,
All those weird places that they have.
And then the Starbucks. Have you seen the
Yeah.
Starbucks there? It's huge. Okay, let's make it happen. So it's up to you guys. If you guys keep listening and liking our videos, that maybe eventually we can make our way to Japan. But that would I want to do that. The next time we travel, no matter what, where it is, even if it's to Sydney.
All right. There's a Kinyo Kawawa in Sydney.
What?
There's that bookstore in Sydney.
I thought he had like a little like spasm over here. Okay, is there actually?
Yeah.
Oh, why didn't they have one in Melbourne?
Because Melbourne sucks.
Yeah.
Do you remember the one time I got pissed off at you in Singapore?
No, I don't.
Do you want me to?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I ran out of money, right?
Okay.
So I had to go to a ATM to withdraw cash.
Money. Yep.
And the withdrawal fee was $50.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it was $50.
Whoa, really?
Yes. And
50 Singaporean dollars?
50 Oz. And I was already like kind of angry. I was like, man, $50, which I went to another ATM. And you just kept like rubbing it in my face. You're like, $50. You should have just withdrawn with me.
Oh,
And
well,
I was like, all right, dude. And I started like nudging you like onto the road, like really subtly.
oh yeah, and then we screamed. I think I remember.
Okay,
that.
we did not scream. When did we
was like-
scream?
I was just like,
Had enough of your crap.
yeah. I don't remember
I don't think we screamed.
if we screamed or not, but yeah, I remember that. I don't remember it being $50 though.
I remember it.
I think I just remember telling you should have withdrawn with me. That's the thing. Does that annoy you? How do you feel like when we deal with conflict?
I'm okay now.
Yeah.
Now I'm okay.
Mm.
Now I understand some things you know better than me, and some things I know better than you. So we even out.
So before you thought you were the alpha.
I feel like we're both betters when we walk around in the real world. Wouldn't you say?